Following video will demonstrate how to complete a waiter cash up. Waiter cash ups form a crucial part of your daily routine, and you would need to ensure all waiters' profiles have been cashed up before moving on to Pilot Admin and completing your admin cash up. To start, before selecting the profile that you want to cash up, you would first need to check that there are no open tables or active tables under the waiter's profile. To do this, select Open Tables, then Authorize. Check to see if the waiter's name is present. If you don't see their name, then you know they have cashed off all of their tables and that they are ready to be cashed up. Click on Exit. Next, click on the Waiter menu, then select Waiter Cash Up. Notice that the profile names displayed in blue means that these waiters have not been cashed up. If their name displays in red, you have already completed their cash up. Select the waiter you want to cash up, then click OK. The Waiter Cash Up screen now opens. Before confirming and before we discuss our Waiter Cash Up totals, let's go through the various aspects of the screen. Firstly, the description block listing all the payment types. Any payment types pulling through as black are approved payment types, such as customers, Zapper, or SnapScan. Next to this column, you can see all the totals tendered and brought forward by Pilot. In the amount column, Pilot autofills these totals. However, it is still a manager's duty to ensure they check all totals tendered by waiters. Take note how the approved payment totals are uneditable. In the event that you found a mistake in tendering for those specific totals, you would need to retender the invoice in question. Then you have the option to choose which cash up the waiter's totals will affect. In most cases, we leave it to cash up to the admin cash up unless you're running multiple cash ups. Then you would need to select which cash up this profile will affect. Towards the right, you can see our total turnover including VAT. Then we have non-turnover, such as donations or loyalty accrued. Then you can see your payment tenders, all deducting from the subtotal, leaving you with your cash due amount. A positive cash due means the waiter owes you money. A negative cash due means the waiter is owed money. Most likely they received cash tips more than the cash generated through their tender received. Note the retained tips field. You can see it to our left as the field to confirm to. If you hold back any tips, whether that be cash, card, or any other tips from other payment methods, you can confirm it here to ensure the waiter does not receive it on the day, but rather at a time of your choosing. These tips will accrue and total on your Waiter Cash Up report. Because we now offer the option to instruct when tendering if you are issuing change back to the client or if it is a cash tip, you can now more easily and accurately determine what your waiters made in tips. Most businesses, however, allow their waiters to still keep their daily cash tips. Thus, you will then need to calculate what was their actual tip amount to be held back without the cash tips. Let's take a look at the commission field to our right, which will indicate any commission earned on turnover if set up on the waiter's profile prior. Commission earned on items would also need to be established on the actual PLUs prior to cash up, and thus the system will populate what is meant to be paid out to the waiter if the commission fields have been entered. The system will also autofill this in the Pay Commission block. If you do not want to pay out the waiter their commission, you would then need to clear this amount pulling through. Here you have your voids, discounts, table, and split count breakdowns. And lastly, you would need to select if you want to print a summary slip with these cash up totals only or a detailed cash up slip listing all invoices and their detail too. When looking at the above icons, you can click on the calculator to open the system calculator, or press plus on your numpad to open and easily count your card slips. You can also conveniently access the retender screen from this window, and by clicking on it, you'll see the system will then take you to the specific waiter's invoices only, as seen here, as to quickly establish the invoice in question. We have the option to now print a pre-Cashup 2, which is a copy of the waiter's Cashup slip that a manager can then issue to their waiters, which they can then check their financials and organize their cash and totals before coming to the manager to finalize their Cashup for the night. When you've confirmed your totals and you do not need to retender anything, you can select Finish Cashup to close this waiter's Cashup. And if you are unsure, you can select Exit to return to the main POS screen. If you've made a mistake when cashing up a waiter, or you've cashed up the wrong waiter or manager, you can retract the cash up by asking the waiter or manager to put down their waiter fingerprint. The system will then ask you if you want to uncash up the waiter, and you will then say yes. You will then be free to continue to ring items up under that profile, or you can redo the cash up at that point.